The final rounds of the Australia Cup 2023 are upon us. The round of 32 is set to get underway. What cup sets will we see in the upcoming weeks? Let's find out. We have our fixtures over here on the right-hand side, which are split up by match day. And getting us underway this Friday is Mount Druitt Rangers taking on Canberra, Croatia. Mount Druitt Town Rangers are currently struggling in their league competition. They're currently in a relegation battle, sitting second bottom of the NPL New South Wales table. But this is their third appearance in the cup, but they've never made it past the round of 32. Canberra, Croatia, they are the sole participants in the round of 32 from the ACT. They currently sit 6th in the league down there in ACT, and this is just their second appearance in the tournament. With both teams struggling with league form at the moment, I'm expecting this to be a tight match. I'm going to go 1-1 with Mount Druitt Town Rangers to go through on penalties. Last year's cup runners-up Sydney United 58 will be travelling up the freeway to take on Broadmeadow Magic. In the NPL Northern New South Wales, Magic are doing alright at the moment. They currently sit 4th on the ladder, but will have a tough test against Sydney United, who have won 5 out of 6 round of 32 matches. I think this could be the game to watch on that first match day. It should be an exciting game. I'm going to go for a Sydney United win 3-2. We have our first A-League side in action this coming week as Wellington Phoenix take on Peninsula Power. For the Power, this is their 4th appearance in the final rounds of the Cup and made it to the quarterfinals last year. Wellington Phoenix have traditionally struggled in the Cup competition, but had some success in recent years, making it to the semi-finals in 2021 and quarterfinals in 2022. This is the first competitive hit out for new Phoenix coach Italiano, and I think Phoenix should get the win in this game 2-0 in the end. And then the final game in Matchday 1 sees Metro Stars from South Australia take on Inglewood United, who are making their debut in the Cup. Metro Stars are in fantastic form in the league at the moment and currently sit top of the NPL South Australia. I expect them to be too strong for the Cup debutants. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win. In our next matchday, Edgeworth Eagles from Northern New South Wales will be taking on Western United. The Eagles have been struggling for consistency in their own league form, currently sitting 6th in the table. Western United, they're yet to make a deep run into the Australia Cup, but I think Western will be too strong here. They're building a good side with the likes of Daniel Pena, Riku Danzaki. I'm going to go for a big 4-1 win for Aloisi's side. And then we've got a really fascinating matchup as Gold Coast Knights take on Devonport City, two teams who currently sit top of their respective league tables. This is the Knights' 3rd appearance in the Cup, while for the Tassie side, Devonport City, this is their 5th time playing in the round of 32. I think this could be another entertaining clash, but I think Knights will get through on home ground advantage 3-2. A lot of excitement around Goulburn Valley Suns. They're making their debut in the Cup, but have a tough test against Apia Leichhardt. While the Suns currently play in NPL 3 in Victoria, Apia Leichhardt currently sit top of the NPL New South Wales and have never lost a match in the round of 32. It would be a bit of a cup set if Suns got the win here at home, but I think Apia Leichhardt will be too strong. I'm going to go 3-1. Florida Athena from Western Australia will be taking on the Wanderers, and it's a big match for the Wanderers, who have lost a lot of players over the off-season. How will they bounce back? I think they will start with a win here. Florida Athena, they've never won a match in the round of 32, while Western Sydney Wanderers, they've won every single round of 32 match that they've featured in. Wanderers 3-0. Melbourne Knights will be hosting the Lions from Queensland, and both clubs sit 4th in their respective league tournaments. I think the Knights will get the win with a home advantage 1-0. Hellenic Athletic are the lone team from Northern Territory, and they'll be hosting Inter Lions, who play their football in NPL New South Wales 2. It is a huge occasion for Inter Lions, who are making the interstate trip, but I think Hellenic Athletic will get the win at home in this one 2-1. It's a highly anticipated Victorian derby in the Cup, as Oakley Cannons will be taking on Melbourne City. Oakley currently sit 3rd in the NPL Victoria, while Melbourne City, they're undefeated in their last 7 round of 32 matches. And I'm going to call this one for a huge upset. I reckon the Cannons get the win here. Melbourne City still rebuilding their team. A lot of major players have left. A lot of new players have come in. I reckon Oakley could snatch a win here, 3-2. It is the 2nd consecutive year that Sydney and Mariners are meeting in the round of 32, and the 3rd consecutive year that they're meeting in the Australia Cup. It was Sydney who got the win in that matchup last time around, and Sydney, they've been strong in the round of 32. They've only lost once in a round of 32 match since the Cup has started way back in 2014, whereas for the Mariners, they've lost 5 out of 8 round of 32 appearances. In recent years, it's been more successful, but I think the Mariners will get the win here. I'm going to go 3-2 in an entertaining match. Northcote City have a tricky matchup hosting Adelaide United. We know the Reds are Cup specialists. They've only lost 1 round of 32 matchup. I think Adelaide will be too much to handle here. I'm going to go 3-0. And then it's the Campbelltown Derby. Campbelltown City taking on Macarthur FC. Macarthur got an impressive win in that playoff match against Perth Glory, winning 4-0. Can they do it here against Campbelltown City, who currently sits 2nd in the ladder in the NPL South Australia? I think it will come down to a close matchup. I think this will be an exciting match. I'm going to go 2-2, but Macarthur, I think they will prevail on penalties. And then our final matchup matchup is the Newcastle Jets taking on Brisbane Roar, two teams who traditionally have struggled in the Australia Cup. Newcastle Jets, they've only made it past the round of 32 twice, incredibly. While for Brisbane, they've only won 4 out of 8 round of 32 matchups, but of course they did make the semi-finals last year. These are two teams for me who are still rebuilding their sides, both have new coaches. I think it'll end in a 0-0 draw, Newcastle to go through on penalties. Got any hot takes for the Australia Cup round of 32? Drop your predictions in the comments section. And of course, we will be doing live watch-alongs for many of these matchups, so make sure you subscribe to the Coast Foot Football YouTube channel. My name's Lockie. Thanks for tuning in as always.